So, okay, good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining this session tonight. Happens to be our last session for this first half of the year. Is a remarkable one, and it's good for us to see how far our journey has been together to review things together. Please confirm that you can hear me. Somebody should please confirm that you can hear me and you can see my slides up.
I can hear you. I can hear you. Good
Okay,
evening.
yes, good evening. Hope you can see the slides.
Yes, reflect, realign, refocus, finish strong.
Yeah, thank you so much. It's awesome to come together again to reflect on the journey so far from January to this moment. It's glad for us to know that we are already at the midpoint of 2026. 6 months have gone, 6 months remain, and this is a powerful moment to pause and ask ourselves some crucial questions as a way of reflecting, realigning and refocusing ourselves in order to be able to finish strong. So we must remain accountable to ourselves in order to be able to, um, put ourselves in checks of what we must do to remain on point. Before we go into sharing some points today, I'd like to briefly, take us through a few points, some few questions that will reflect on it. Then before we begin to open the lines for discussion. First, from January to now, today is 27th, barely have about just 3 more days to end this June, the first half of the year. We should be able to ask ourselves, where am I compared to where I started in January? Where am I presently? When the year of 2025 was going to end, or from January 2026, we have so many goals reaching down. We have so many aspirations, ambitions, things that we have lined up that we have to do this year. Some of us has even put date and time to them of what and when to achieve them. But this is the best time to ask ourselves, what have I achieved? What habit have I built? What lessons have been able to shape me? What must change in the second half of this year? Because many people, started the year with so much excitement, so much energy, so much dreams, resolutions. We always have New Year resolutions everywhere. New Year resolutions every year. But somewhere along the line, distractions came, challenges surfaced, life happened. And because of this, so many people, have even forgotten that they made some commitments and goals to themselves since the beginning of the year. But the good news is this, the year is not over. The year is not over. And that is the reason why this section like this is very, very important. The year is not over. It's only half gone. We still have the remaining half. You still have 6 months. And this 6 months is enough to recover. This 6 months is enough to rebuild. This 6 months is enough to refocus. This 6 months is enough to finish strong. Why? Because success is not always about speed. It's always about consistency, direction, consistency in the right direction. And that's why we're having this conversation today. Reflect, realign, refocus so that you can finish strong. Reflect. So we are reflecting today. Reflect how you've started. As you're on this call, begin to imagine where you started from, how you've started. What are the things that you have been able to achieve out of all the goals, aspirations, resolutions that you have from the beginning of the year? Because you're still going to share with us today. How far have you gone? What is the percentage? the commitment you made to yourself to become better, to improve yourself, to go to school, to get more degree, to start that investment, to start that savings, to save towards that target goal. How far about it? How have you gone with it? What about that project that you pen down? Okay, in the first quarter of the year, I should be able to achieve this. The second quarter of the year, I should be able to achieve this. Now, first quarter is gone. Second quarter is gone tactically. Just 3 more days to go. So, how far have you gone? What is the way forward? And that's the reason why we're here today. So, what next do we need to do? Reflect, realign, refocus. So, what do we need to do presently? Now, we are reviewing this journey from January to June 2026. And I'd like you to know that in reviewing this journey, we must what? Know that growth requires intention. If you check everything that you have achieved this year, no matter how little, no matter how big it is, you understand that what you always operate with intention. And that's why we started, this year, looking at our mindsets. Part of the thing that we started with, working on our mindsets, teaching about mindset, because growth requires intention. There is nothing you have achieved worthwhile that you were not intentional about it. So it is time to check what works and what did not work. When you check what works and what did not work, what will you do? You can be able to assess yourself that, oh, so this works, and what works, you work on it more. You develop your attention towards the direction of what works so that you can produce more result for yourself or in that particular line. And those things that does not work or does not serve you well, what do you do with them? You reassess them. Is this one uh, is this one worth my time, worth my energy, worth my financial commitment? And if it does not, you reduce the attention you give to it and give more attention to what works. So growth requires intention. Growth never happens by accident. Nobody rises by wishing. So everybody improves, not barely by hoping, but by deliberate intention, taking action. So that's one of the things that has brought whatever success you have recorded till date. Intention. Intention. So ask yourself, what, did I intentionally pursue growth this year, this first 6 months? What books have I read? The books that I have read, what are the lessons I've taken in? Have I been able to put them into action? And what did the action result into? Because the proof of knowledge is action. The proof of knowledge is change. So what trainings did I attend? What new skills have I learned in the last 6 months? What have what can I say that I have been able to, learn that has made my life more better? Because if nothing changes, I tell you, nothing changes. Absolutely. So we must also realize that discipline is greater than motivation. Motivation is short-lived. Motivation is short-lived. There are so many things that you may want to um, that you may want to do, but motivation cannot take you far. Yes, it can start the journey for you, feel motivated, energized to do that particular thing, but it motivation always waits away at some point. But discipline is better. Discipline will carry you to where motivation stops. Because there are going to be many days that you are not going to be motivated or feel motivated. There were days you did not. But disciplined people keeps moving regardless of feelings. Disciplined people continue to move in spite of the challenges, in spite of no or low motivation. So discipline is greater than motivation. Mindset shapes results. At the end of this teaching, I'm going to be sharing with us 10 reasons why you need to work on your mindset, because everything begins with mindset. Your life cannot consistently rise above your mindset. Check your results. That's the level of mindset you are operating with. Check your result in any area of life, financially, leadership, in your family, whatever, in all department of life. Your result is determined by the level of your mindset. If you become better in your mindset, you will have better results. So what are we to do? Your thoughts influence your actions, and your actions determines your results. So what unhealthy beliefs must you remove going into the second half of the year? What unhealthy beliefs? What empowering beliefs are you going to embrace? And that is, God, that is key. What, what are the things that you need to drop? What are the negative habits, things that are not serving you that you need to let go so that the positive ones can increase and bring about your results? So the question is now, what empowering beliefs am I going to embrace? So you need to review your mindset. It is the mindset of a winner that produces results, winning results. If mindset is low, your result will be low. So your future begins with the way you think. Whatever result you have been able to get in the last 6 months is as a result of what the level of your mindset per time. And the next one we need to look at is what? Financial wisdom. It matters. Money problems are often rooted in poor habits. We have shared countless times here in our sessions and in our platform that poor money habits, poor planning, poor financial decisions, these are the things that bring about stress, financial stress. And this year, with all the teachings we've had, we've emphasized about savings intentionally. We've emphasized about budgeting wisely. We've emphasized about avoiding unnecessary debt. And we have also talked about building financial discipline. All these amount into what? Layers of knowledge that should bring us or put us on a pedestal where we do not operate casually with our finances. So ask yourself this question: am I managing money better now? 6 months is gone. Am I managing money better with what I have learned? Am I saving consistently? Am I spending wisely? Or I spend based on impulse, based on what my eye sees, based on the emotions I have at time? So if you are still spending based on impulse without budgeting, without realizing that you cannot be making money monthly and be spending it daily, you cannot make money monthly and spend it in 24 hours or in 5 hours. Some people make money 30 days and they spend the money in less than 5 days, and the whole thing is gone. No savings, no plan for the future, no obligations to meet, no focus. So income alone does not create wealth. This wisdom, the financial wisdom, is what creates wealth. So these are the areas that we need to pay attention to in order to look into 2026, the remaining 6 months, and bring about intentional growth, and so that your future self can be able to thank you. And the last one we're looking at here is consistency, which always beats occasional effort. Whatever it is that you have set your mind to do, if you lack consistency, that thing will never amount to anything. Why? Because it is consistency that bring about momentum to that particular thing that you want to do. Many people can start strong but struggle to continue. Like, the secret of lasting success is consistency. How? Small daily improvement, small actions every day. These actions, by the time it compounds, it brings about massive result over time. We cannot tell, what the future holds for someone that is not consistent in whatever he or she is doing. So ask yourself again this question: have I remained consistent in my goal? Have I remained consistent in my goal? Little by little, a little becomes a lot. But if you lack consistency, you will not be able to do anything worthwhile. So going into the second half of 2026, and in order for you to finish strong, what must you do? There are some things that will not carry you into the next level. You cannot carry everything to your next. There are some things that you have to let go. And one of the things you have to let go is procrastination. We cannot continue to procrastinate what we want to do today. Every day has its own, bulk of things to do. Every day has its own bulk of things to do that we cannot avoid doing the right thing that we need to do part-time. If you need to read, if you need to take action towards that, if you need to save, if you need to read that book, if you need to, connect strategically to that relationship that will take you to the next level. A wise man said that, you remain at the same level you are, except for two things: the book you read, the people you relate with. So what is that? What is that environment? My mentor used to say that you need to be in some certain rooms, in some certain association, so that you will see life in another light. You will see life in another way. Because if you keep operating within your comfort zone, you will think that is all about life. But by the time you meet some people in some certain places, you will see that all the things that you have believed over time will just be shattered by few conversations. So this time around, procrastination must be gone, must not be part of us. Laziness, excuses, fear, especially this fear of the unknown, fear to take steps, nobody's going to kill you if you take that step towards that your goal. The highest thing is that the first few times you may fail, but if you remain persistent and keep learning, you will discover that within some time you will scale through. There are so many things that we have achieved in our lives that we didn't get first at the first try. There are so many countless things. What about when we're growing up? When children are growing up, they stand trying to walk, they fall many times, but they never give up. If they give up, then they will not have that ability in them to walk, will never be realized. We must let go of fear for this next 6 months to deliver for us. We must let go of poor financial habits. How much have you saved this year? January, how much did you save? What did you use it for? February, March, April, for the last 6 months, how much have you saved? What about that goal that you wrote from the beginning of the year that you will save some money and invest? You will save some money and do this to help your future. How far? We must let go of poor financial habits. We must let go of negative thinking, toxic relationship that does not serve you. Anybody that does not add to you is removing from you. Toxic relationship. We must let go. Inconsistency. That is what we have been talking about. If anyone is not consistent on anything, you cannot achieve anything with it. Ask yourself this question: what must die in me for a better version of me to emerge? But there are some things that we must let go. We must kill deliberately so that a better version of us will emerge. Because the next level we are looking for will only be realized on a better version of us. The Holy Book says you cannot put new wine in old bottle. Why? It will spill up. The bottle will break. So new wine must be kept in a new bottle so that both of them can be preserved. So we cannot be who we want to be, staying the way we are. It can never happen. There are two parallel lines. We cannot be the best version of us cannot be seen staying in the current state we are, being who we are presently. So we must grow. We must emerge into something into the desire that we have for our future. And as we round up today, what are the strategies for finishing strong? What are the strategies? 6 months is enough time to catch up. There's enough time to pursue that goal vigorously. What are the next things that we need to do? Reset your vision. Number one, go back to the drawing board. Look at those things that you have written down before. Look at the plans that you have. Look at your financial goals. Look at all the things that you have written down concerning your family, concerning your children, concerning your business, concerning that project. Look at it again. Reset your vision. Reconnect with your 2026 goal. Review them, rewrite them, refine them. This is the beginning of getting better for the next 6 months. Refine them. In case they need adjustment, readjust them. Reset your vision again. And number two, what? Build better habits. Why? Your daily habits create your future. There's no two way about it. Your daily habits create your future. So build better habits. Starting from now, 3 more days to end this first half of the year. Look at your book again. Go back to the drawing board. What habit have served me? Improve on it. The one that have not served you, trash it. Choose habits that support your goals. If you need to set out time per day, my mentor said something, say, there's a time that she set for herself. No matter who is dying, no matter what is happening, except God cannot intervene into that time. It can be 1 hour. I also have time when nothing disturbs me. I wake up alone and I stay. I just concentrate and begin to study and begin to write and begin to, meditate. Because by the time you wake up in the morning, you are rushing to go to work, you are rushing to do this and do that. But you need to set out that time. What is that habit that you need to develop that will set you apart for you to achieve your goal? Put it together. Build better habits that will be able to fuel your vision in the first point. Build better habits. Next, increase accountability. That's why those who work alone, they die alone. They say if you eat alone, you die alone. You cannot work alone and expect that you succeed. You must link up with people. Stay connected with growth-minded people. That is why this platform exists. The CSGC, that is the reason why it exists. Increase accountability. Look at somebody. The other time, Mr. Angus reached out for some clarifications about about some things that we discussed. And I'm very sure that he has started taking steps. We are here to help each other, increase accountability, look for people, growth-minded people, and relate with them. Make sure you are accountable to somebody. Tell somebody to help you. You want to achieve this. Tell somebody to help you. Tell somebody. And that's why on this point, though we are doing this thing for free, though we are in this community for free, please don't, in the next 6 months, look for somebody to pay higher that will be able to hold you by the hand and lead you through that. I have enjoyed this over time. I have paid, and I love paying. And the more I pay, the more I get better. So you cannot enter some places, you cannot achieve some things without paying somebody to show you. People are doors, people are gates that you need to access that door. If you want to enter that particular room, that particular success story, somebody need to show you the way. And it's not available on the internet, it's available with people. So this time around, please look for somebody. Look for that thing that you need. I needed financial clarity. I needed direction financially. I've shared my story here a lot of times that at a point I was indebted on every side. Like I needed a mentor to lead me by the hand. And I did not regret investing in that. And I did that. And today I'm free. Not only that I'm free, I now know how to live debt-free. And I now also know how to guide people out of debt. A lot of things have happened, which is story for another day. Please increase accountability. Well, because of our time, protect your energy. That's the next thing. Strategy for finishing strong. Protect your energy. Be mindful of what enters your mind. Protect your focus. Protect your time. Protect your energy. Time. One of the books that we are reading in one of our community, Sell or Be Sold. And I cannot, I wish I had read that book about maybe about 5 years ago. I would have been much more than where I am today. Why? When it comes to energy, your time is your life. Your time is everything to you. You cannot waste time. If not, you waste life. You waste resources. You can dash people money, but you cannot dash people your time anyhow. So we need to be focused. We need to be time conscious. Allocate our time. The next thing I want to do for myself in July is to do time audit for myself. Time audit. That is, from the point I wake up, I want to be able to account for every minute, every hour that I spend. If my work is taking me from 8 to 5 p.m., then in those 8 hours, I must be able to account what I use that 8 hours to do. After work, between the time I close, the time I sleep, I must be able to account what I use that time to do. Even the time of sleep, I must be able to account. This is the number of time is recommended. This is the time of time I'm going to commit to rest so that to revive my body for the next assignment. Please protect your energy. Next, stay consistent. Stay consistent. We've been talking about it. Stay consistent. Do not chase quick results. Nothing comes quickly. Everything takes time. Everything takes time. There is nothing that happens overnight. Ask the billionaires. Ask wealthy people. No one just wake up and begin, to be rich. There's no child that starts primary school today and tomorrow he enters primary 5 or graduate. You cannot jump class in destiny. You cannot jump class in life. You take it step by step, but you must stay consistent. Do not chase quick results. You must trust the process and keep moving. You must trust the process and keep moving. Stay consistent. Stay consistent. Well, we have drawn more points here. Now, I'd like us to look at this critically. Just like I said, mindset is everything. So why must you work on your mindset? We all know vehicles. I don't know how many of us have vehicles here, but you have used vehicles virtually on daily basis as a means of transportation. Our mindset is the engine room of our life and destiny. Everything rises and falls on mindset. If you see a family today having crisis, having challenges, it's because the people involved have wrong mindset towards each other, towards life, towards so many things. So when mindset is wrong, everything around you will be wrong. So your mindset shapes how you think, how you respond, how you grow, how you ultimately become what you become. Everything rises and falls on mindset. Someone give an analogy and say, if you carry Dangote's son, for instance, and give him to a poor family, and carry the poor family child and give it to Dangote family, the mindset of the two of them will be different. Even though the one from the poor family is now among the rich, is everything around him is in abundance, he will still be operating in a poor mindset. But the one that is, the one that has a rich mindset, given to the poor family, will never be comfortable within that environment. His rich mindset will, be bringing about things around him will not be comfortable until he leaves that environment. So what are we saying? Mindset is important. Let's look at this one as I round up today. 10 powerful reasons you must intentionally work on your mindset. Number one, your mindset determines your decision. Your mindset determines your decision. What do we mean by this? Every decision you will make begins with a thought. It begins with a thought, and right thinking produces right decision. Right decision shapes a better future. Your mindset determines your decision. There are no two ways to it. It is what you know that you behave. It is what you know that you do. Your mindset. Your mindset determines your decision. Number two, your mindset shapes your reality. So what you consistently believe influences what you eventually experience. It is your belief, your mindset. You often move in the direction of your dominant thought that we're told. You often move in the direction of your dominant thoughts. Your dominant thought is your mind, is like what your subconscious mind have settled. What has been able to get and settled into your subconscious mind is what moves you. That is the dominant, that's the force that moves you. So your mindset shapes your reality. Whatever, if you don't like the result you are getting right now, you need to change your mindset. Upgrade it. Read book. How do you upgrade it? Read books. Go in association. Learn new things. Have an open mind for growth. And what do we need to do again? Your mindset controls your response to challenges. Some people, a challenge happens to them, they call it challenge. Some people say problem. Some people meet a crossroad and they conclude that's the end. Why some people takes it as a bend and continue. So our mindset, controls our responses to challenges. Challenges in lives are inevitable. People face different challenges on daily basis, different kind on daily basis. But some people carry it as a roadblock and their life terminates there. While some people use it as a stepping stone to to achieving great things in life. So what are we to do? A weak mindset sees problem, but a strong mindset sees possibilities and opportunities. I hope I'm still audible. Please, somebody confirm that you can hear me. Can somebody
Yes,
confirm?
we can hear you, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So, your mindset controls your response to challenges. Challenges will never go away. They always come, evolves in different forms. But our ability to, with a strong mindset, when we see challenges, we look at it as possibilities. My mentor shared with me one time, said, every time you see war, know that people are making billions. People are making money. The reason why the security challenge of Nigeria is not being solved is because a lot of people are milking out of it. Anywhere you see problem, then somebody is being enriched. So have a possibility mindset. Well, let's move ahead. Your mindset influences your growth. Your mindset influences your growth. So whatever level of growth that you may desire in life, you need to begin with your mindset. Growth starts from within. There was one book we read. There was one book we read in our community, and from the book, one of the things that stood out for me that you cannot travel within and stands without. I think I've shared this with us before. You cannot travel within and stands without. It's impossible. You cannot consistently rise above the level of your thinking. Growth starts from within. Why is billionaires making moves, calculated steps, and keep getting results, but a poor man will continue to complain? Every day, a poor man will continue to complain and stay at home and be complaining. Meanwhile, the rich are getting richer. The gap will continue to be wider because the rich knows that they must continually influence their mindset in the direction that they desire. So this is key. You cannot consistently rise above the level of your thinking. The truth is, whatever level you are today is as a result of the level of your mindset, your level of thinking. What are the kind of thoughts that passes through your mind per time? Next, your mindset affects your relationship. The way you think affects how you communicate. It even affects how you forgive people. It affects how you love people. It affects how you relate with others. The way your mindset is structured affects your relationship, whether marital relationship, your relationship with your boss, co-workers, everything around you. Your mindset affects everything around you. So you can see the reason why working on your mindset is key. Next, your mindset determines your confidence level. And this is key in achieving our goal, confidence. A healthy mindset builds courage, confidence, self-belief. If you see somebody operating with inferiority complex, it's because his mindset is already tuned to the point where he or she has not yet believed in his or her capabilities or abilities. So the way we think affects everything around us. Their mindset affects our confidence level. You begin to see, you begin to see possibilities instead of limitations. When others are seeing limitation, you see possibilities. When others are seeing scarcity, you see ways of how people can make money after that thing that is happening. When others are seeing, lack, want here and there, you begin to see. It is also mindset that makes people to start thinking that Ghana is better than Nigeria or Europe is better than Nigeria. Let them travel there. I met somebody I was discussing with a young man last week, and he told me that he wants to travel to Libya through the road. I said, how long would it take? He said, it's going to take like 3 months. So somebody think and put up his mindset to travel by road to Libya for greener pasture, and it will take 3 months to be on the road. So till tomorrow, I'm still thinking, how did the person come up with that kind of thought? That kind of thought looks like suicidal thoughts. That somebody thinking, I want to travel to Libya from Nigeria because he's thinking that Libya is better than Nigeria. I tell you the truth today. Nowhere is better than where you are. It is the mindset. What is the possibility you are seeing? Today, I still see Nigeria as the best country in the world. I used to tell myself, I said, if Elon Musk would have been a Nigerian, would have been in Nigeria, it would have been long, would have been a trillionaire, not just this few weeks ago. So confidence. Our mindset determines our confidence level. So work on your mindset. The next one is what your mindset impacts your productivity mindset. This is key because 2026, the remaining 6 months, we need our mindset to achieve that desire that we want to achieve. So our mindset impacts our productivity. When a focused and disciplined mind produces better results than a distracted and negative one. A focused and disciplined mind. A focused and disciplined mind. Look at this word, focus, discipline, produce results that what a distracted and negative mind will never produce. So our mindset impacts our productivity. Next is what our mindset shapes our habits. And we have looked at this again. Your daily habits are a reflection of your mindsets. How you relate with people, how you interact with people. You have an open mind or you have a closed mind. When people pass, people are in different levels here and there just because of the way they think about themselves and they think about other people. So change your thinking and your habits will begin to change. Hence what? Your mindset determines how far you can go. You cannot rise above the level of your mindset. Mindset is key. That is the reason why great people keep reading, keep interacting, keep going for courses. Some people, since they graduated from school, they have not read any other book, not according to not in line with their profession or their course of study, not even about any other thing. They hope that life will continue to get better. No, life only gets better because you get better. So what are we to do today? Improve on yourself. You can only go as far as your mind allows you to go. Many people are not stopped by external limitations, but are internal limitations. So today is about the challenging your mindset, challenging yourself inside of you, challenging you that is within, challenging your within, so that your within can grow and push your without to your next level. Your mindset influences your destiny. Your life direction is strongly connected to your mental direction, your mindset. A transformed mind will always produce a transformed life. And that is why we're dwelling on this, that what you need to transform your mind. You need to renew your mind in the direction that you have proposed so that your result can be fast and people can have speed. Some people can have shortcut in life. The best way to have shortcuts is through knowledge. The best shortcut you can have is through knowledge, changing of mindset, ensuring that you're getting better every day. As long as you maintain consistency in getting better every day, you discover that what some things that are taking people so long to get, you get it on a platter of gold because of the speed of your learning. So your mindset is the engine room for your life and destiny. Please don't forget that. Your mindset is the engine room for your life and destiny. And as I conclude today, please, in the next remaining 6 months of the year, refuse to remain mentally stagnant. Look for communities. Look for people that you value. Invest into relationships. Invest into people that you know that will be able to hold your hand and lead you to the next. There are people who have paid money. There are people who have paid 350 to access. There are people who have saved. I have saved money. There are people I have saved just to enter their circle. I saved for months, just to gather the required amount to enter their circle, and my life never remained the same. So invest in your mind. In this next 6 months, invest your mind so that you can finish the year 2026 on a stronger note. Read good books. Read good books. Every month, have a book that you are reading. Not only reading, you are reviewing it by yourself. You are having action points to take. You are having action points from what you are reading, from page to page. What is this place saying? What am I learning from it? After what you have learned, then what is the action point? What do I need to do now? What do I need to start doing as a result of what I have learned from this particular page or from this chapter or from this book in overall? And so every time I'm reading, I have where I'm writing my action point. Okay, so from what this author said on this chapter, this and this and this and this, I'm going to start doing. This and this I'm going to start doing. And if you're reading a book and the book does not influence your mind positively and you did not take any action about it, then you have wasted your time. Learn continuously. Learn continuously. Learn from everywhere. Learn from books. Learn from people. Learn from life. Learn that time is always going, whether you use it rightly or wrongly, so that you can invest it. Invest your time. Don't waste money. Challenge limiting beliefs. There are so many limiting beliefs that are limiting people today. Challenge it. Trash some of them inside the trash can. Move ahead. Don't allow anything to hold you down. And the last one today is what? Surround yourself with growth-minded people. Change your circle. Change your circle. We can tell where you are going to by the people, 1, 2, 3 to 5 people that we see consistently around you. If we see failures around you, 5 failures, then that person is going to be the next 6th failure. If you see 5 successful people around you, then you are going to be the next success, because your circle will always influence you to the direction they are going. So I challenge you today, I challenge us today, and I charge us that we go ahead and make the most of the remaining 6 months of the year. It's not yet over until it is over. So my final charge for you today, if you want to change your life, start by changing your mindset. If you want a better future, build a better mind. If you want to fulfill destiny, protect and develop your thinking. Never forget, your mindset is the engine room of your life. At this point, thank you for listening for my rantings. And we'd like to open the floor right now. Oh, thank you so much. Ah, Hey, I'm seeing I'm seeing a very special person in our midst today. Thank you for joining. At this point, thank you, thank you, thank you. I've been quoting her since. I didn't even know that she's here. Thank you, ma'am, for joining. At this point, please, I'd like us
Thank
to.
you, Samuel. Beautiful presentation.
Wow, thank you so much. I'd like us to mute at this point and share with us what has stood out for you in the last 6 months, and so that we can learn from you. It can be anything. Is it a relationship? Whatever it is, what has stood out for you? What has happened to you in these last 6 months that we can learn from? Please unmute your mic and speak. The floor is open. Can somebody speak, please? What has stood out for you? Angus, Pastor Ben is here. What has stood out for you for this last 6 months? And what do you want to share with us?
Good evening, sirs. Good evening, house.
Yes, good evening. Thank you.
Thank you for that wonderful presentation. I am blessed.
Thank you.
Is the house hearing me?
Yes, we are with you.
Okay. As for me, one of the things that helped me since the year began is being deliberate about my spendings. When we crossed to 2026, I told myself that I must account for every kobo. So I had to cut some cost. For instance, I was in a contribution that I discovered or that I knew would stress me financially. I told the group, no, I may not be part of that contribution for this year. Number two, one of the areas that I disciplined myself this year was to avoid or is to avoid side distractions from people, neighbors, brothers, colleagues, family members. People just calling you, they want to die. If you don't help me today, I will die tomorrow. I will simply tell you, I don't have a budget for you. Someone called me, like a pastor friend I knew since 2013, 2012, has been on my neck for an investment that I'm not convinced about. He resides in Taraba. So he has been giving me too many calls. What is it that we should farm together? And one thing I've learned about investment is this. Even if you have the capital, what you don't have total control over, you should not invest your money. I want to farm in Taraba, so if I can bring money, we're going to make money. And I asked him, how much is the cost? He told me 500, 600,000. I said, wow, that is good. I told him I will get back to him. He kept calling. Till yesterday, I have to tell him, sir, I am not ready to venture into that business for now. So one of the financial decisions we must make is not allowing people's investments, people's challenges to override our own financial plan. It has helped me a lot. Family members sometimes are calling you unplanned for. Oh, I need 20K, I need 100K, I need this, I need that. The second example, I have a good friend in Lagos who bought a phone with Easy Buy and then left his job. When he was leaving the job, I told him, please, anytime if you leave that job without proper planning and you ask me for money, I will tell you we have not been paid, even if we are paid. He went ahead, left the job. As we speak now, he's jobless and all his burdens are always on me. I told him 2 days back, I had told you before, I told you before that if you leave your job to depend on me, I may not always be there for you. So one of the lessons and what has helped him so much this year is to avoid financial side distractions and be disciplined about my spendings. Thank you, sir, for this privilege.
Amazing, amazing. Thank you so much for sharing such an insightful contribution. Thanks a lot. I believe we all learn from that, different experiences. So let's give opportunity for any other person that might want to speak. Also share a few experiences too. Angus, do you want to share with us?
Good evening,
Yes,
everybody.
good evening, sir.
Good evening, Coach Sam.
Yes.
Nothing much. I'm a kind of, I've learned a lot because in the course of a whole lot, what has changed this year or what is happening differently is I've always been very intentional in my finances, in my decision taking, and I would say I'm more conservative. I rarely used to say no to all these soliciting. I'm beginning to see it from the array of some, most of the times, if you are too sweet, the world will lick you dry. It's a word I have taken to heart. And I need to strike a balance in my empathic deals with people because people will always find reason to keep begging for one support or the other. And the number is much. And sometimes I feel guilt, oh, because I didn't render help, or let me just do small, let me just do small. At some point, sometimes some of us even give the least or the last we have. But I have noticed that I don't think it's the best. So I've had some tough skin in dealing with people in that line. Then there are some major decisions I've taken. I'm just on the road to execution, and I've set a deadline that nothing should change it. Okay, what another thing that have happened majorly for me again this year is most of the big dreams I have, I've started taking steps because there's something I saw on your post one day, dream, break it down into the goals, breaking them into strategy, putting the strategy in place and taking the steps day by day. So I think I'm fine and cool. As we hit the mid-year, I want to say thank you. You are a blessing coming across you. You are so unassuming and so nice. Please keep it up. And as we progress, a whole lot of things can come. My focus most times is to be happy with myself in everything I do, both in relationship, be it finances, be it myself, innermost happiness. And it comes from doing things right, ensuring that morally and spiritually I'm on target and goal, and it keeps me satisfied. So I don't really pay too much attention to when things maybe didn't move as I planned. I focus on have I done the right thing? Am I on the track? What can I do better? And I always turn out to be good. Not so rosy, but so far I'm happy, and that's the most important thing. So thank you very much, to Sam, for all you do for us, and we'll get to do more as we progress. Thank you.
Amazing, amazing. Thank you so much for that contribution, and thanks everyone for all that has happened for the past 6 months. We are looking at everybody growing, and I'm aware of some of the steps that you have taken, and it's been amazing. So I wait to hear your story on the other side. I just want to chip in concerning there was a time in which I was Mr. Do Good to everybody. I think I was uh, a point where whatever comes to my mind, I remember everybody first, and I put myself as the last. One day I sat down and said, all this money that I've entered through my hands, what have I used it to do? I've not bought shoes, I've not bought clothes, but I've discovered I used to share the money, brothers, and at a point I began to nurture dependence mentality, entitlement mentality. But as I got better with mentors, and I'm so glad that I have mentors in which they guided me through. These days, the solution, in fact, the solution I recommend part-time always is what? Have a budget. If you have budget for everything, if you have gone beyond the budget, you have gone beyond the budget. For instance, there was a time I have three siblings. There's a time I put two on blacklist on my phone because they were disturbing me too much for money. I've exceeded my giving for that particular month. But they were calling me and said, okay. But by the time I looked at their demand, it's not a demand of life and death. Why are you requesting for money because you want to fill gas? What happened to the one I gave you before? You didn't manage the gas, so go and look for firewood and cook. So, but it wasn't permanent anyway. But I was able to, put them through that this is it. You ought to also have savings for yourself. You also look for something to do for yourself. Even one that is in school, as he finish from the school for break, he goes and go and teach and earn money at the end of the month. So what are we saying? Budget. Budget will always save you every time. Even if you have to do budget adjustment to anything, look for what and go. Look for what you can sacrifice from your budget for that particular thing that is pressing, that you feel the money allocated to it is much more than what is needed. So, but always operate with budget. You're giving. How much have you allotted to giving? If you have spent beyond that, you wait. Every other person will wait in next month. Every other thing will wait in next month. So budgeting will always help you. Well, thank you so much. I think we have, wow, we're already past 9. We don't intend to stay beyond this time. I don't know if my mentor is here, Coach Dr. Blessing Elena. I don't know if she has a word for us before we close today. Thank you so much. I cherish this moment that you spent with us, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Samuel. Coach Samuel. That was a beautiful presentation, really.
Thank you.
And what can I say? You have said it all. The only thing I would say is that beginning of the year, people are usually fired up, and by this time, they've gone to default system. So the only thing that can show that you still respect yourself is that while other people are slowing down, you're putting more energy, you're getting more fierce, you're getting more daring. Let's make the last half, let's make H2 the best ever. Thank you.
Amazing. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you for always being there. She's part of my success story, and I will share the testimony in the nearest future. Thank you for all you do for us, both in the open and in the secret, for pouring yourself always into us. And we are growing, and we are proud of you, and we are proud of the kind of persons that we are becoming. Thank you, and God bless always. So, thank you so much, everyone, for joining. And if we don't have anything else to do, anybody else to speak, can we please end the recording right now so that it won't be too long? Can we end the recording? Well, thank you so much, everyone, for joining. God bless.
Thank you. Good night,
See you
everyone.
stronger. Good
Good
night, ma'am.
night.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you. Thank
Good
you, everyone.
night, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you. See you in July. Stronger, better. Thank you.